Is your cloud computing career stalled? Or are you looking to break into cloud computing? I have 5 things that you can do today to find more money and more job satisfaction. Let's talk about that. And if you stay to the end, I have a final bonus tip that can change the cloud computing game for you. So welcome to the Cloud Computing Insider. If you're new, my name is Dave Linthicum, a cloud and AI SME, best-selling author, speaker, tech influencer, and experienced technology executive. Let's get going. So cloud careers in 2026 reward people who combine technical depth with visibility, adaptability, and real-world proof of skills. The strongest advice from across the field is consistent. Build solid platform fundamentals, develop adjacent strengths in areas like security or AI, show your work publicly, and invest in professional relationships online and in person. So I'm making this video because a lot of people have asked me the question, where do they go from here? So many people are trying to enter in the cloud space, but also many people are already in the space and they feel a bit stale, a bit stagnant. They're not moving anywhere. They're not seeing advancement. They're not seeing raises. They're not seeing promotions. And they're getting a little frustrated in terms of where this market is going. And I understand why. I mean, everybody's kind of in a holding pattern now because of the AI stuff. They're neither building nor contracting their cloud installations and their cloud footprint. And everybody is just trying to figure out where the next shoe is going to drop in terms of where AI is moving. And so everybody's a bit confused right now. You know, those who hiring are stalling hiring because they don't necessarily know what the market's going to hold for them. They're getting advice from the AI cheerleaders out there that doesn't seem to be coming true. And in many cases, people who are holding on to jobs are a little afraid to move to other jobs, even within the companies, because they're concerned about that job being there. So keeping this in mind, I put together 5 tips that are really, purpose-built for now in 2026, the middle of 2026 to the end of 2026, in terms of things you can do to break out of your rut, find a better job, find a better position within the company you work for, make more money, have better job satisfaction, and just be a bit happier. I know what it's like to be stuck in a job that you don't feel that you can move away from because of insecurity in the marketplace right now. But the reality is people are hiring, they are promoting, and if you play your cards right, you can be a part of that advancement. So what are the 5 tips, Dave? Well, first, strengthen your foundation in one major cloud platform first. So that's AWS, Microsoft, Google, something like that. Architecture, security, and then build transferable skills in automation, networking, Linux, and security so you can stay adaptable as the cloud roles evolve. Don't put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to cloud computing. I know that it's very tempting to get an AWS certification and kind of focus on that platform because everybody seems to be running it. However, we're moving into heterogeneous directions right now. So it's becoming more complex, widespread. And so people are investing into other platforms. They're investing into Google. They're investing into Microsoft. They're investing into managed service providers. They're investing in supercomputers. They're investing in some of the neo clouds that are out there. And so as these investments, in essence, spread out to different platforms and also different technologies, you need to be ready to go ahead and take those positions because they may come to you and say, listen, look, we're not going to be hiring or expanding our AWS team anymore. We're going to be moving into different areas like neo clouds and managed service providers, and we're looking for people who have experience in those areas. Be that person. So when you see the writing on the wall that things are stagnated and things aren't moving very quickly within your organization, and you're looking for other jobs within the organization, within the company, or within another company, then train yourself for those jobs. Understand what they're looking for, the different talents that are in demand. Architect, security engineer, governance specialist, and of course, cloud AI specialist, cloud AI infrastructure engineer, and cloud AI architect as well. And so all these are emerging roles that are wanting for candidates right now. You want to be one of those candidates. So don't just focus on one thing and hopefully that one thing is going to carry you through a cloud career. Focus on multiple things, get smart at different things, give different experiences, take courses, work on the weekends to hone your skills up, and also make sure that everybody knows that you're obtaining these skills. It doesn't help you if you're getting smart by yourself. You have to tell other people in your network and other people in the industry that you're working on this stuff. So when they need somebody, they're going to reach out to you. So in the big thing, don't stop at certifications, which everybody seems to be overly relying on right now. So support them with hands-on labs, real deployments, and a portfolio that proves that you can build and operate cloud systems in practice. Whether you're putting this out on LinkedIn, GitHub, Substack space, there's lots of free platforms out there where you can kind of advertise your work. Start working on different things that you're interested in and make sure everybody knows that you're working on those things. And it could be just, people, it could be 3 people who read it initially when you put it up on LinkedIn, certainly when you're, getting started and don't have a lot of followers. But believe me, and I've run my career like this, for the last 30, 35 years, post everything that you're thinking of, and your ability to kind of put forth an understanding that this is your area of focus. And so you're not just a one-trick pony. You're not just relying on a certification, but you're building things, you're designing things, you're thinking about things, you're writing articles, you're writing position papers, you're doing videos if you want to do that, you're doing a podcast, or something that shows that not only are you working on something, but you're going to be able to show your work. And believe me, and certainly in the engineering space, in the coding space, in the technology space, it's going to be much easier for you to get a job or a promotion if you're able to point to a body of work. So next would be add a complementary specialty, such as cloud security, AI, ML ops, FinOps, because hybrid skill sets are increasingly where the strongest career demand is heading. I can't stress it enough. It's probably the most important point that I'm making here in this video. Have different skill sets. And so if you're focused on engineering, focus on something else that's not engineering related. In other words, architect, security architect dealing with FinOps, which is kind of a cloud meets business kind of a skill set. Those are in demand right now. Cloud governance, really getting into a hybrid set of skills where people, if they're going to tap somebody who's both agile and flexible and who can step into different roles as they're asked to, based on the business needs, you want to be that person. So don't just rely on the certificates that you hang on your wall. AWS, I understand, it's money degrees. In other words, people are able to, get jobs pretty quickly. And I counsel a lot of people who are trying to break into the cloud computing space to go do that. Go ahead and get a certification and then find that first job and spend a couple of years there, learn all you can. But eventually you're going to have to think about different skill sets you're going to need. You're not going to be able to depend on AWS or Microsoft or Google certification, whatever, to take you through a career. That's just not going to happen. And also, those jobs pay better. Your ability to do FinOps, your ability to do AI ML ops, your ability to be a cloud architect, your ability to focus on cloud AI systems, things like that. A diversity of skills, those are the jobs that typically go $300,000, $400,000 a year. And I think that if you aim for those jobs, your mileage is obviously going to vary, but if you aim for those jobs and you keep acting as if, in other words, you're putting out IP, you're putting out thought leadership stuff that focuses on those particular areas as well as what you're currently focused on now, showing hybrid capabilities, your ability to be a Renaissance man, Renaissance woman for that matter. And that's going to be attractive to future employers. And even inside the company, that's going to make you very attractive for promotions into other roles and responsibilities. So next would be keeping your LinkedIn and X profiles current and use them to showcase your projects, architecture ideas, lessons learned, and informed takes so your work is easy for employers and peers to find. LinkedIn is one of the best career tools out there now. I would not say that 10 years ago, and I understand I work with LinkedIn Learning. I have 200,000 followers out on LinkedIn. And basically every job, every client, every, strategic, networking, friendship, colleagues that I find out there came in through LinkedIn, a few through X and a few through some of the other, social media channels. But your LinkedIn profile is now your de facto resume. Everybody's going to go to LinkedIn to figure out what skill sets you need and where you're going, and keep that up to date and current in terms of what you're working on. Like I said, write articles, do short videos, Put posts out there and interesting articles that you read and, have an opinion on them. So if they see an active LinkedIn presence and they see a LinkedIn profile that's very thoughtful and provides a good representation of not only the skills that you have, but the skills that you're moving to right now, they're going to consider that as something that's incredibly positive. They're able to find you, they're able to follow you, they're able to, lurk for a while, trying to figure out where you're going. And you're going to find both within the company and also if you're transferring between companies, find roles and jobs that come in just through your LinkedIn presence or your X presence. So work on that. Have other people look at your profile and make sure it says everything about you that you want it to say, and does so in accurate terms, and also does so with the heart of a teacher, not the heart of a salesperson, in terms of what you want to be known for. So next, learn modern operating practices like containers, GitOps, platform engineering, observability, because employers increasingly want people who can run reliable systems end to end. Focusing on operations is a good bet to be made right now. So in other words, if you're working as an AWS architect, AWS security specialist, Google security specialist, you have a particular niche career, you're coding, for example, you're a software engineer, for example. So learn practices that deal with the operations side of things. In other words, your ability to understand how observability works, your ability to understand how SecOps works, which is security operations, GovOps work, those sorts of things, because those jobs are going to be in more demand because as people are moving into these heterogeneous platforms and expanding their cloud presence and moving to different cloud providers, they're going to need people who have operational specialization and keeping those things going. And obviously, what we saw last year with the cloud outages costing, businesses many billions of dollars, they're looking for those skills and they're not going to discount those. In other words, they're going to pay good money for those jobs, and they're good jobs to have, and they're very satisfying jobs to have. So keep that in mind for your future career projection. And in other words, reach out, learn about different things. And I guess that's the theme of this video. Learn about observability, learning about security operations, all these sorts of things, because people see that interest and they see that capability and they see that need to learn. They're desperate for these people right now. And if you look like somebody that's going to be a good hire, chances are people are going to reach out to you. You're not going to have to fill out applications. Recruiters are going to beat a pound to your door, and you want to be that person. So you want to see the demand come up around what your skills are that is able to get you the new roles and get you the new jobs. And here's a bonus tip. Make time to network in person at meetups, conferences, user groups, and community events, because many cloud career opportunities come through relationships, networking, visibility, and conversations outside the application process. The majority of jobs that I've got, I did not get them through applying for the jobs. I got them through recruiters reaching out, and I got them through networking opportunities. And for the internet, I'm old, so I remember what was like before that. It was going to user group meetings. It was going to networking events and going to conferences and making sure I talked to as many people as I could talk to. And I notified everybody that I was interested in looking for a new position. I was interested in changing careers, or basically changing skill sets and moving in a different path. And if you tell enough people that, they're going to step up and think of you for positions as they come available into the organizations. You got to remember, people get paid for recommending you. They could get a check for as much as $5,000 if they bring a candidate in who ends up becoming hired. And so work with the employees at the other companies. Let them know what you want to do. Let them know what you're all about. And go to things today that are available to you. So meetups are everywhere. You can go to meetup.com, but there's other user group organizations. Go to the different cloud meetups. We used to run the AWS meetup at Cloud Technology Partners, and this is, I think, 10 years ago. And that's where we found the majority of our employees. People came in to listen to the events. People came in for the free dinner. And we found lots of people who had great skills in AWS and other technologies, and were able to hire them there. And so many of the other companies are basically pulling the same thing. They don't like shopping in the massive amounts of, resumes and AI generated stuff that's out on the internet right now. It's just too confusing for them. They'd rather target people who are local, people who they know, and people who they've already talked to, because it's going to lower their risk and increase their productivity in getting the skill sets in the organization that they need. So utilize that. And that probably is one of the better tips, I think, in the 6 tips that I gave you, 5 and bonus. Because people often neglect that these days. They're staring at their phone. They're sitting at home. They probably have work at home jobs. They're not getting out. They're not talking to people. They're networking on some of the social media stuff, but I think that's only part of it. Go out and meet as many people as you can. And, this means, like I said, finding out where these events are, where these conferences are, where these meetups are, showing up and do so consistently. Well, anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments as to perhaps some tips that I missed. And let me know if this stuff works or not, because I'm mentoring a lot of people. I'm, pretty active in the market space and the industry space. I see what's working and what's not in terms of who's getting hired for what and who's not getting hired. And I'm seeing some core patterns in terms of people having to be innovative in the way in which they hunt and look for promotions and the way in which they hunt and look for jobs. It's not the same as it was 10 years ago. And now we live in this AI fog. It's going to be a little bit more different to get yourself distinguished. And I think that's something you have to do. So anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out my other videos on this channel. Also check out my InfoWorld Cloud Computing blog, my 100+ LinkedIn Learning courses, and of course, my Generative AI Architecture course out on Go Cloud Careers. And finally, my latest books, Unlocking the Power of Cloud and An Insider's Guide to Cloud Computing. Finally, make sure to check out my other YouTube channel, Dave Linthicum is Not AI. The link is in the description. So until next week, stay very, very safe. The magical YouTube algorithm thinks this is another one of my videos that you should watch now. Take care, guys.